And there are so many people that we come across who are in the first category that I spoke on, that they have gotten infected, but the virus has not affected their liver, and the virus is not in any serious activity to destroy their liver or their body. There are people who have destroyed their liver by, a constant alcohol intake. In everything, we talk about moderation, but there are people who take alcohol, or they just live on alcohol for a long time or period, and they end up destroying their liver. There are so many things that can affect the liver, but I'm talking about things that we have control on. The liver is an important organ, and if you have a copy of this book, Demystifying Hepatitis B, I told you that I've been reading a lot of stuff from this book. Your liver depends on you to take care of it, and this will enable it to take care of you as well. It performs the function of an engine, or serve as the body engine. The liver performs the function of a car engine, and then and a face no say be also don't mind the body but mind the engine. Say no esebo anasa obetimi afa ne say engine anasa hoodin bia eda inipedua ne mu na let me keep on reading it, that it performs the function of an engine or serve as the body engine. You can term it as the body pantry, or the body refinery, the food processor. You can take it as garbage disposer or your guardian angel. The liver is a silent partner who doesn't complain when something is wrong. I believe you are watching this program. This is the Complete Human television show. I am talking on hepatitis B. I'm worried because many of the people are afraid, and people think that on getting hepatitis B, life has come to an end. So I have taken my time to teach the general public. And today we are talking on what is hepatitis B, and after all, what is the liver, or what is the liver about? What does it do? That is what we're taking our time to teach on. The liver is a silent partner who doesn't complain. The liver is a silent partner who doesn't complain when something is wrong until the damage is far advanced. This makes it dangerous. The liver is a silent partner, who doesn't complain. If you have a partner, say only peduana, say uyamiya kakra pe no bon say ubufa so omiya uya say ntia uya hoti bu a so me ho ehye say be pedua say bi ho a oju so kakra na yase ne ya yo ni ma bebre no timi koso ni pedua ma e sha say koso na bo say ja wati hu sunsun aso na ja udi meka akọ ayaresabia wa akọ hu doctor na wa akọ pe bibia e. But sa brobo hepatitis B muara no itumi ekutia no ede ohawba no ade ba kwa hakesi bibiri wo ho ne say sa we see no say say hepatitis B, I mean e ka brobo na ene no say maka obrofo kasa say it's a silent partner, who doesn't complain on country obi ani ho a obeti say so me brobo ye me ya ana say me brobo keka me brobo no hu hwi to bi wo na say ojuboni bi na onum sa na enu a aba nkofo edi we fra we ni we we fra we na onum obi wo ha inu ahudu bebre no ade a se bobo no o se bobo na hu se o se bobo no se wa se na wi ansa bobo no be yi ne hu adi a kira wo se afi de mabre yesi vi acronym from my edu intini no se bobo ne ka kira se mabre ntimi bi mu pene no e ho no no ni nsunsu aso ntimi pa ne bebre ho a ans just say omodo tumika akọ aresabia say menya bobo mi yare ntimi ba no na mpe bebre no ba bia na edu akiri no na doctor for mutimi aboa eso no mo ye ho ne ma bebre ya enyiye enu ti na ya na ba say ngofo bebre no ya osi o bobo mi yare de wunya pene no enche ubu bobo nya de uncha do de ema eni basa ana manfo bebre no enya ne sa ne say nipa ne bebre no bobo no mo kokko enka hwenchro oti kwa no bi mu se jane hu sunsun so no pie. Don't go away, I'll be right back.
CPF Women's Lab yegusu eka kai mu ese oba bi a white anase odepo a eha no bra ne amwa oba ma won so Jonsoya ewo wo so anasa oni obehia wo mu haw bebre no bra niema wakwankyere awo na ya opena anasa wo nufo mu haw bebre eno nso uba CPF Women's Lab ha ye wo emwa ede maw se what hepatitis B yare nka yare amwa na etima brebo mu kokram na efe nso no ese brebo no kra no bra CPF Women's Lab ha ne ye umoja mu hwehwe mu hwe se wo bi anase woni bi se wo ye negative anase wo ye positive ni ama akwankyere CPF Women's Lab ye woni o achimota Kingsby bra if you say wa po mudin ene ofa ahodie.
Yeah, I'm still on the liver. See, I've taken my time teaching this, and I hope and believe that somebody will benefit from this. That, you know, we've been talking about hepatitis B, and we see hepatitis B is an inflammatory liver disease. You know, the hepatitis B virus, when it gets into the blood, is able to affect the liver. But, you know, it doesn't mean that anyone who has had hepatitis B infection has got his liver damaged. That's why I said that there are about 3 categories. There are people who have had the virus in their blood, but the virus is not in any activity advancing towards destruction of the liver, or the virus is not, the virus does not look, you know, aggressive in their body, you know. And there are people who have had or who have the virus being, you know, active, you know, aggressive or multiplying, or inactivity which can destroy the liver. And there are some people who have had their liver destroyed. These are 3 categories of people, and many of the people are in the first category, where they, you know, their system or the virus in the blood has, you know, are quite passive or not in activity to destroy the liver. But you wouldn't know, you know, I'll be highlighting much on this, the treatment modalities. You wouldn't know which state you are. You wouldn't know how aggressive the viruses are in your blood. You wouldn't know whether your liver has been destroyed or not. You wouldn't know anything until you go to the hospital or you go and see your doctor to have a proper medical checkup to, you know, look at your status, or to appreciate the level which you are, because that will determine how you can be helped. But for today, I'm talking on the liver, that get to know your liver. So the liver, you know, is a good friend. You can be taken as the factory, the refinery, the pantry. It can be taken as the, you know, the liver does a lot of things, and it expects you to take care of it so that it can take care of you. The liver, you know, last week I showed one diagram to you. Today too, let me show you another one. That you see, this is the liver. We have the esophagus, the stomach, large intestine. You don't need all this stuff, but this is the liver. You know, when we say baby abrobono, edano, no, na bebono ejuma be brain, you know, ewo ni peduano. Say the. Let me, yeah, we were reading the book. Let's still talk. Pick your book. You know, I'm sure you have a copy. And please, if you want a copy of this book and you are not anywhere closer to any of our vendors or our centers, just call the numbers on the screen. We have come up with an easier way where people can receive copies of this book or any of our materials in their offices. We have come up with an easier way, a very, you know, much easier way where you can get a copy of this book. We can mail it to you no matter where you are, even if you are watching this program in Europe, America, wherever, in any country and in any part of the country. You know, Ghana has say, and I will be, I don't know, says a book, you know, yeah, church, or so we be ubetumi akɔhwehwɛ baby a yɛtonton bi, but ya bɔmmɔden apɛ kwan bi so a ɛne ne baby awo man mu bi a in a very simple way. O friend numbers na on bɛkyerɛw yɛbɛkyerɛw kwan a obetumi ayɛ na ɛgya book no acha no bɛsɛ na ɔtwe no na ya post it near their bro baby ko a wo. You know, I'm still talking on the liver, but you see, it's therefore that is the liver. The liver therefore needs your help every day to keep it healthy and hepatitis free. You see, when we talk about hepatitis free, we're talking about the inflammation of the liver. I'm not talking about just hepatitis B free, but hepatitis free. Your liver needs your help. And last week, I was saying that those who have the infection, it is an opportunity for these people to lead a healthy life, to make sure they eat the right food, the right stuff, to make sure they're doing the right thing. But of course, if you are not infected, if you are negative, if you are vaccinated, it doesn't mean that you have the ticket to mess up your liver, because there are so many things that can destroy the liver. People should be very watchful about even the paracetamol and some of this medication that we take. It has adverse effects on the liver. There are a lot of medication that can mess your liver up. But my book says that, to do that, you need to take good care of your liver. Someone is asking, how do I take good care of my liver? You can bath your body, but you might not be able to wash the liver like you wash your skin or you wash your hair. But there's something that you can do to enhance the health of your liver. That is, eat a healthy diet. See, especially the people who have been infected, or the people who have tested positive, or people who have liver disease, and people who are struggling with liver condition, I would want to really address these people first, and then I'll talk to people who have not had any problem, as such. You must be very careful. If you have tested positive, I'm talking about diet, in hepatitis B management. I'll be talking about that, but I know some of the information can't wait. If you have any liver disease, or you have tested positive for hepatitis B, I would want you to take it as an opportunity to eat, the right diet. Make sure you eat a balanced diet, but then try as much as possible to stay out of certain, food like beef and the rest, which might put much more pressure on the liver. You see, stay out of food that will put much more pressure, on the liver. Eat more of vegetables. Eat fruits. You can take carbohydrates. You can take protein and all this stuff. But I want, a certain food to be reduced. And what I recommend for the people most of the time, that you see, it's important you eat a lot of vegetables. Many of the people, you see, in Hawaii, this is also the developed taste. Let's tell the truth. They're fine. Fine. Obi have chop baby or now call and answer restaurant or that's a call. Oh, no, we say, be a doctor say, do now. I won't take, because we have buying be a while. In a place of me, Pamcho, me church and Namija, me try a man for to say. In Habani, just a would do with him. Now, what do you say? You put in there, Colonel, said you marry Habani. This will do to say, I'll eat vegetables and fruits. It's not easy taking it. You have to be determined that you will develop the taste for this food. Otherwise, you can't. Because it is easier to eat, it is easier to eat the beef, I'm sure you know that, all the stuff out there, and it's very easy. And then you say, and say, and then it is easier to eat it because it might be very, it might be very, very appetizing. Yeah, I'm sure you like that. Okay, actually you don't want to expose what you eat on the national television. It might be very, very appetizing, but I'm talking about what is healthy. I'm going to take much time to talk on some of this food, and I believe that it will be of much benefit to the entire nation. And please, you also have to exercise. Exercise is good for the whole body. It's good for every organ. It's good for the entire body. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. It is important. And exercise. And then no a brana abana 1 year obey said you make a quadrifo and yes on pejumau 1 year na crown to if you say caneno o so TV crampo na ya won anti kon no akọ so e bibi ni remote she say bibiani remote control, TV remote control, and now exercise no onye bi kura okojimema otiko fiti no pa akopema najo and one say bibia na ye dey burn no ye dey boss yeah boss na dey ko by no one we are twa won so you know ebu office on 90 kamu otikamu na okobi fi to do net na akonyema bibia na remote control ye dey burn no it means only any activity that will get the body into exercise and try and burn some calories, burn some fat, burn, you know, some of this junk off and make sure that the body moves on a healthy plane. I'm talking to you about hepatitis B, the importance of the liver, demystifying hepatitis B. I want you to understand this because when you get to know what all these things are about, I believe that, you know, we would all be very much, you know, comfortable. We would accept, you know, it's when people test positive and see how best we can help them. And those who are negative will vaccinate. And we will all appreciate how to take good care of our liver for a healthy body, a healthy living, and a healthy nation. Well, before I sign off, I would want you to, you know, I'm still talking about the Complete Woman newspaper, that this is the paper of the time. You know, I brought women's issue on the front page. There are some issues that you know, it takes a lot for it to come on the front page. Many a times you see it in the inside page or inside story, but this time we, you know, that is the Complete Woman Vision 2020 project, bringing the women's issue out of the inner pages to the front page. I've talked about this for over a decade, that the women in this country should stop vaginal washing.
CPF Women's Lab yeguswe kakai mo ese obebi a white anase odepo eha no bra niamwa obema wonso jonso ya ewo so anase oni obehia wo mu ha bebre no bra niama wakwankyere awo na ya opena anase wo nufo mu ha bebre eno nso uba CPF Women's Lab ha ye wo emwa edem se wati hepatitis B yare nka yare mwana etima brebo mu kokram na efensu no ese brebo no kra no bra CPF Women's Lab ha ne ye umoja mu hwehwe mu hwe se wo bi anase woni bi se wo negative anase wo positive ni ama akwankyere CPF Women's Lab ye woni o achimota Kingsby bra efi se wa pomudin ene ofa ahudi.
You know, Angie, I've attracted a lot of like I said, people don't understand why I say that the women should not wash the vagina. You see, when I talk about don't wash the vagina, I'm not saying don't take your bath. I'm not saying that the women should not wash the vulva. You know, when you read the newspaper, I have the anatomy of the